Hey, I got a question for you. Are hip thrusts overrated? Let's break the fitness internet really quick. See, everybody's hip thrusting these days. Barbell, booty bands, that awkward pad at every gym. But the real question is, are hip thrusts king of glute gains or just hype? Let's get into it. Real talk, real data, real answers. Let's go. So here's my story when it comes to hip thrust. When I first started training, I was training for power, speed, and I was told hip thrust was the thing to do based on the algorithm. Now, this is before I had a personal training certification, so it was just social media, and I wanted to get faster and I wanted to jump higher, and I did them religiously. Even though my numbers in terms of how much I can lift were improving, I wasn't seeing the progress in my sprinting or my speeds or my jump. I would ask myself, like, why were my glutes tight but not stronger in motion? It wasn't until I swapped the volume of hip thrust with split squats, slow tempo lifts, and more lateral movement, and that's when everything changed. So I stopped chasing trendy lifts and started chasing transformation. And I encourage you to do the same thing if you find yourself just one dimensional in a lot of ways. So studies do show that through the EMG, that hip thrusts actually do light up the glutes a lot, very well. However, split squats, to me, match it and honestly, maybe even supersede it. So the reason why split squats are beneficial because one, they help you practice balance, which is important, especially as we age. Secondly, they have a through range motion. And lastly, they help you underload. And so those are three benefits of why the split squat, in my eyes, is just as beneficial for glute gains as the hip thrust. So what about RDLs and deadlifts? To me, those are more bang for your buck. You're training your glutes and your posterior chain in a real world life pattern. What about sprinting, hill runs, even sled drags, athletic glutes in motion? I'm not saying that hip thrusts aren't reliable. All I'm saying is that it may not be the whole answer. Your ass or a better butt, whatever you want to call it, doesn't come without getting stronger. So you need mechanical tension, not just the burn feeling. It needs movement carryover. All right, can you actually move the weight you're lifting? And it needs tempo and control. All right, especially in the lengthening phase. So yes, your hip thrusts can stay in the program, but just don't make them the only move. All right, you have split squats, you have regular squats, you have RDLs and deadlifts, and a variety of other things, especially depending on the type of style you have in training to impact your glutes. Just don't be one dimensional. Remember, it's about real glute function. And that's what we stack inside the lab. No gimmicks, just growth. So are hip thrusts overrated? Of course not. But from being a coach over the last 12 years and being in gym environments, they are over prioritized. So if you're tired of the hype workouts and you want to train with purpose, slide into the lab. We build better bodies that move better, look better, and last longer. I'll see you inside.